on. There we go. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Commander Unshackled, Wrongthinker Thinks, and the Unshackled Replies. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have a fairly sizable panel. We have Double Phoenix, we have Doxing Debo, we have Godscope, we have Lady Warrior, we have Northman, we have Venom, Mr. Lionel Richie himself, myself, the immortal Dr. Phil, and a very, very special guest, the one and only, the Shadow Killer.
Thank you, thank you. Now, before they do this, I have a few things to say. I was going to write this down, but I decided to come on and say it. I read that post that Daba put up, and that guy trolled on. And I'm going to tell everybody out there, everybody, I am very proud of what David, Daba, Doc, and everybody on this panel has come out with. Okay, and if you don't like who's on the panel, who runs the shows, who does that, get the fucking stepping. Okay, these guys have done an outstanding fucking job. Outstanding job. And I'm proud to say that they have taken up the mantle of being the voice of War Commander. You know, that guy was putting, you know, and in a way it was flattering because he said that I was the best. I'm not the best, guys. I'm not. It was you guys. You know, it's not just one person that's the voice of this community. It's everybody. It's all of us. We're all the voice of the community. To have one individual put on that kind of pedestal is stupid. It takes us as a team, as a family, to do what we do, to fight these people. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, it really upset me seeing that. You know, it's not me, guys. It's everybody. And my hat's off to David, to Daba, to Dr. Phil, to all of them for stepping up and doing this show. I mean, fuck, we could have all quit. We could have all gave it up. Doc doesn't even play the fucking game, yet he still hosts the show. It's everybody. It's all of us. It's you guys out there on YouTube. It's the people on the forums. It's all those pages. It's everything. We all work together to make this show what it is. And if, you don't like who's running the show, there's a button on there. Click it. Leave. It was good seeing you. It was, but you're not going to make me lose any sleep, and you're not going to make anybody else on this panel lose fucking sleep. So, that's it. I mean, my thanks to them guys, to everybody that's on the panel, and to everybody who keeps watching the shows. Thanks a lot, guys. I mean, I love you guys. All right, that's it. That's all I got to say.
I'm grateful. And just to add on to the end of that, if you don't like it, do feel free to hit that unsubscribe button. Fuck off out the door. Don't let it hit you in the back of the head on the way out, because I don't want it to damage the 3 brain cells that you actually have. Fuck off and get out. That's it. And I suppose we better crack on with the show. So, with that being all the usual bollocks, if I can get up the fucking application window and get the right bloody screen. And there it is, the master of War Commander himself, Mr. Wrongthinker. And I've got feedback, hang on. That'll do it. Sorry.
Can you like zoom that in?
Sorry, you've got feedback and it's fucking with my brain, so. Okay, so I will try and just summarize this as best that I can. They've looked at the training tokens after the debacle they had at the weekend when Soloco fucked up the Q&A. Because he did, because he missed half a dozen things he should have mentioned, but didn't. I know. I mean, I went off. As soon as I saw this, I went absolutely mad. And I ripped it apart. Because it was a broken system before it was even started. There was going to be time on it, and it was going to take this amount of tokens. And the maths that have been put together, it's not 1 token per level. It's 1 for level 1 and 2 for level 2 and 3 for level 3 and blah, 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 all the way down the line, which works out at 55 faction tokens to take 1 unit from level 11 to level 20. 55. So if you want to do all of them, that's 275 tokens per faction. That's stupid. That is ridiculous. Even with the, I mean, I take everything with a grain of salt right now, and I'll ask everybody their opinion when I'm done breaking this apart. 275 tokens for a faction. No, that's bullshit. It is absolutely ridiculous that this needs to be a thing, because it doesn't. Always in the past, you've had extra. The elite Titan, for instance, 16 to 20 was all thorium, and then they changed it, and then it was time, and then it was thorium, and then it was time again, and it made no sense, and it still doesn't. And it's one of those things that drive me up the fucking wall, because you keep fucking with the meta of the game so goddamn much. At the end of it, you end up with a twisted mess of nothing. And that's going to be the next order of War Commander, with your twisted mess of grinding and farming and grinding and farming and grinding and farming and grinding and farming and grinding and farming. PvP will die again. And that's all you'll do in War Commander for the next year. Possibly more. Unless you want to go coin everything, but then again, if you don't have the necessary tokens, then you can't coin shit. So either way, you're going to hit a base and coin repairs, and then coin the build, and then do it again, and the same process will continue raping you day in and day out until you finally come to your senses, decide fuck you Kickside, log off the game, and don't do it again. Or you don't participate in their bullshit system. Even with the changes that I will go through now, he said that the initial announcement was met with a great point of criticism, which was no more upgrade times. And so what they've done is upgrading with the training tokens will not cost metal, oil, or time. The upgrades only cost a small amount of thorium. Just in case you're worried about what he means by small, he means the scale from 1 million going from level 10 to 11 to going to 10 million from level 19 to 20. So that is 55 million thorium from 1 to 20. So the highest price to upgrade from units is cheaper to cost than a single build of most types, which is, he is correct, but it is the training tokens. And he states that he saw concern regarding the random drops for the training tokens, or as we call it, the lottery, because it is a lottery, also known as RNG, the random number generator, the most three-hated words in video game history. And they're changing that based on the universal feedback. I like that. Universal feedback. No, what he did was he watched me rip it apart in the last show. That's what happened. Because I've gone through the forum, and there has been very little response based on that particular track there. But I brought it up on Wednesday's show and tore it the fuck apart. So at least we know he's still paying attention. Yeah, Universal equals us, basically. That's my own ego driven there. Okay, I'll take the knock for that.
Universal,
but
Unshackled, both start with you.
Yeah, I am the master of Unshackled now. I'm gonna get into so much shit
master,
that one,
but I'm
but
God.
I don't care. I'm immortal, motherfucker. I am immortal. I wish.
The master, but I'm God.
I created you, motherfucker. Okay. The training tokens will not be randomly awarded in the upcoming event. The first 3 faction missions of each faction track will grant grant 1 token for a unit of that faction. The 4th mission will award 1 token for 2 different units, and the 5th faction will award 1 token for 3 different units. In all cases, you'll be able to see exactly what you earn by completing a mission for the tokens. No randomness, no lottery. Shoot for what you want. Now that I like, but I also dislike at the same thing, because if you've got units that you don't like, for instance, because I know everyone likes to shit on the Seeker, and you get, say, 3 tokens for the Seeker, but you only get 2 tokens for a Liberator, for instance. I don't even know if they're the same track. They're probably not, and I'm going to get yelled at for it. But for argument's sake, that is a thing.
They are not the same track.
Is that okay?
I didn't think they were, but for argument's sake,
use the Seekers and the Acolytes. They're the same.
Okay.
Because Acolytes something we would want, and Seeker is not something we would want. So there we go. Or Phalanx or Juggernaut. Not Juggernaut, but Phalanx or whatever. I don't even think.
Yeah, you've got one thing that you want, and you got one thing that you don't. You get 1 of one thing and 4 of the other. That's not balanced. That's weighting things in Kixeye's favor to try and force you to upgrade shit that you don't like. And I don't like that. So Kixeye are going to have to be very careful with what they weight this faction reward, if this is a thing. I'm not saying I'm now liking this thing, because I don't, because it's forcing you to do a whole fucking thing that you just don't want to do. It's the same thing why I do not like the faction tracks, because it forces you to use a small section of your arsenal when you want to use everything. You Jug, your Herald, your Legion, blah 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 blah, all of the good toys, but you get limited to 5 different units, and half the time you get your butt kicked anyway. Training tokens are supposed to be a choice. No shit. But if you want to
hate
get anywhere,
that word so much. I hate when they say that word choice.
Because they leave it up to you to make the choice. But if you want to do anything, you have to go and get it. So it's not a choice.
I like
to pick up that shit.
I like to quote the great late George Carlin when he says you have the illusion of choice. You don't have choice. You only have the illusion.
It's the same thing. You have the illusion of free will. You have the illusion of democracy. You have the illusion of freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Like they taught me.
But the second you say something that somebody else doesn't like, oh no, you can't say that. You can't go against my politics or my religion or my this or my that. No, you're wrong, and I hate you for being wrong.
Well, I'm sticking to the topic of the game.
When Kixeye says you can either choose to do it or choose not to do it, to me, I hate that fucking saying. I hate it. Yeah,
you can't choose not to do it because you'll fall so far behind. You won't be able
3 weeks out of game. Right now, this is my 3rd week, okay? Now, I'm not going to do this little mini event, and I'm thinking I'm going to give myself 6 months, and then I'm going to see what happens. No, matter of fact, not 6 months. 2 months. I'm going to come back to game in 2 months. All right, in 7 weeks, I'm going to come back on a game, and we're going to see how far I can get. Being 7, that'd be 3 events out, to see if I can come back to play like everybody else is playing. They only get a week. They'll get a month out of me. Fuck it, I'll do a whole month.
You know what? I'll do the same fucking thing. Right, when you come back, I'll come back for a month.
Yeah, we'll come back. We'll come back for a month, because they say, and they're always saying this, and they're constantly saying this, that you have the choice of whether to play it or not play it. Well, fine. We will prove to Kixeye that you have to play it to be relevant in the game. And this is without coin. I'm going to do this without, I'm not going to put a dime on my account. I still got 1 coin on there. And that is what I'm going to do.
The immortal Dr. Phil in Shadow is coming back. Holy
in 7 weeks, they have 1 month to see if you have a choice to get this stuff or not. Because remember, I haven't done the event. I haven't done nothing. My base is exactly this. I haven't even loaded my base. I'm not going to touch my base for another 7 more weeks.
So far, this event, you just missed the Herald Bombs and the cool-looking trophy.
You know something? The Herald Bombs.
So far, that's it.
The Herald Bombs make a massive difference in the Herald.
I love Herald. Definitely.
I'm not gonna, it's a Mega Herald, because in 7 weeks it'll be gone. So I won't have any of that. I won't have any of the. We will be down literally 2 months of events. Doc will be back farther than me.
Yeah.
And we'll see how relevant our units are compared to the units that you guys have now, and and 7 weeks from now.
Yeah, but
And we will
continue
show
to grow.
Kickside that it is not a choice if you want to stay relevant in this game.
Well, I will outrightly make it my fucking decision to prove that just how out of touch the Kicksay are. Even with the bunch of free shit. They are seriously out of touch, and I aim to prove that. And here's the thing that Shadow used to like to say way back when: prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I dare you. I double dare you. Because if there's one thing in this world that I am not, I am never wrong.
I talked to the hell was his name? I talked to somebody who came back in the game after being down 2 years. He loaded up his account, got all kinds of free shit, tried to play the event, got his ass kicked, and hasn't been back. And that's with all the free stuff they gave him.
Yeah, but the free shit they give you isn't adequate.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Really isn't.
I mean, his base couldn't handle a defense wave.
There you go.
Right. Yep.
But we'll see. 7 weeks. 7 weeks, guys.
We'll see.
Give me a minute and I'll get the date for that.
You work on that.
Post that shit. Hey, you have to, because I'll forget. So, because like I said, I won't be playing for 7 weeks.
It'll be
Post that shit up
Let's see.
on the
1,
page.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
August the
So
12th.
make it 8 weeks and come back on September the 4th. That's
That'll
Labor
work.
Day. That's 8
Post
weeks
that
from
shit.
today.
Post that shit up on the page,
You sure it's
because I'll
September?
never remember.
Yeah,
And
that'll be a
that'll-
Labor
right.
Day.
5, 6.
And that should give you about 2 weeks or so before the next event comes.
I'm getting August 11th for 8 weeks from now.
Yeah, I get August the 11th.
Oh, you wait a minute. 1,
August, yeah, this is
2.
June, July, August.
Oops,
August.
my calendar's screwed up. Hold on.
Yeah, you went way too far.
Where are we? 1, 2.
Make it the 18th though, because
Hey,
that'll
listen,
be event
while you
weekend.
guys are doing that, there's a question from Carol
Go nuts.
that wants to know about the Reaper time. Does it go up when you upgrade the units from 10 on up?
Not a fucking clue.
Yeah, that unfortunately,
Repair.
no one will know until we
Repair
get
time,
to
I guess. Yeah.
I would assume so, because Kicks I like to do that. How much? I do not know.
Because, well, yeah, like the Liberator, he
Don't
was
make
6
me
minutes.
time you out again.
Liberator was 6 minutes. He went up to 10 minutes when, from level 1 to level 10.
Yeah, he's
So-
just under 11 minutes at max level, isn't he? It's like 10 minutes and 40 seconds or some shit.
All right, make sure you guys you have that number up there so I don't forget.
August 11th. Are you guys, everyone watching this show, PM yourself, August 11th, Shadow's coming back. And then a week before.
I'm kidding,
Let's
Hunter.
go
Don't get sad.
They got a month.
Christ.
Kickstarter's got a month.
Yeah,
I'm going to do it for a month, and that's it. If I can't come back, if I can't do the event, if I can't fight without taking massive repair times, I'm shutting my game down.
And Shadow's got an older ID than many of us on the panel, and so he's been here a while. He knows his units. So if he can't do it, there's no way somebody starting up that's just like, oh, I got a wife, I got kids, I got a job, ain't gonna be able to come back. Shadow's lucky he has a loving wife that allows him to play War Commander. So
All right.
Yeah, I wouldn't go all that far.
Allow is a loose term.
As long
There you go.
as I don't add no money, I'm good. If I add a dime, my balls will be around my throat. So
happy to be single, can spend my money how I want.
I spend it on League of Legends now, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your wife plays that, so she's happy.
Yes, she does. She sits right beside me and plays with it. So, Kit, you know what I'm saying? Kickside has lost a lot of money because I've dropped, me and my wife, we usually put in a lot on this new game that we're playing. So, they done fucked up.
Yes, they have. So let's get back on topic before we get completely derailed. The massive issue that lower players have is facing the lower tier powered units and stuck with special forces. If you're still stuck with special forces, quit. Just plain quit. Because if you're stuck with those units, you're fucked. Because guaranteed you won't be able to get any of the decent tech for them, so just put the game down, log off, and be done with it and go find something else to play. By introducing training tokens as a tier power for higher level players, we'll be able to make all faction units more accessible to all levels of players. Now that sentence there doesn't make sense. How is increasing the divide between one player and another by introducing the faction tokens only the higher level players can get, allow faction units to be more accessible for everyone else? That's a contradiction in terms there, Wrongthinker. It really, really is. You've either worded it extremely badly, which happens, but I would expect that from Soloco and not from you. I just don't quite get it. Because it's supposed to be important that there's a separation of power, aka the Great Divide. Because if there isn't a separation, there's no hill to be king or queen of. You're attributing War Commander to a game of King of the Hill. No, what you need to attribute War Commander to is a dick measuring exercise. That's what a leaderboard is. That's what Infamy's for. That's what this fucking having a billion medals is all about. If you're capable of doing that and then you brag about it, it's a dick measuring exercise. And I guarantee you, the higher you are on that list, the smaller your dick is probably going to be. It just is the order of things. Bad power separation is you have all the units you need, other people don't, aka the Great Divide. This is bad, no shit, because it means that low-level players don't get to experience the fun of having a varied army. Actually, they're getting a worse game, which that's a correct point. Good power separation, I don't know if that's actually a good thing or not. Your units are stronger than other people's units in the scenario. Everyone gets to actually play the full game just at different tiers. Training tokens make this possible. Oh my word. It's still bad. Because you're separating players. Again, of course, you don't want everyone to catch up overnight. There has to be the curve. There always is the curve. But what it is, it's not just a curve at a good slow angle, 10 degrees at the most. No, it's a 45-degree slant up a hill. And most of the time in War Commander, it's not even a 45-degree angle. It's more like you're climbing 85 degrees. So instead of walking up a hill, you're climbing up Mount fucking Everest to try and get anything. Couple this with the plan to deliver the new power tier of baseline units, which nobody's seen, as in all player will start the game with them. That will be less powerful than Liberators, but more powerful than Operators. Even new players will have plenty of targets they can hit and a steady ladder of power to climb. This has been missing for some time in War Commander, about 5 fucking years. And you've been walking towards the resolution for quite a while. We expect the baseline units to be available within 4 to 6 weeks. We really hope you enjoy this weekend's Nightmare into Chaos and its insane alternate reality storyline, and look forward to a richer, more engaging War Commander for all of you. Oh my God. You know, back when they did the last Nightmare into Chaos event, I ran the event for about a day, said fuck this, and turned it off after the stupid fucking cave with the fucking shit that wouldn't die. But that's my interpretation of Nightmare events. Now, if you go to Soloco's little chaos thread that he's got here, if I ignore all the bullshit, we have the victory conditions for certain bases, which should have been in the fucking notes rather than here. Idiot.
Can you guys
But he's
do this on
actually
Wednesday?
posted the general information. Look out for friendly buildings, blah, blah, blah. But here is the attack missions that you must destroy all of the units that are one attempt bases. The level 20 faction base, destroy all buildings, does not include barricades or war trophies. This is a one attempt base. If you do not complete the objective, the battle will lose and the base will be reset. Then, the level 50, kill all units in the base to achieve victory. Only air units can be used in this base. The level 70, kill 100 corrupted militia. This is a one attempt base, blah, blah, blah. Does not include other units or buildings within the base. Much to that base a few events back when I was still playing with the Preservers. And the 90 base, kill all units in the base to achieve victory. So there, and the defense missions, blah, blah, blah. And that's about it. That shouldn't be in the general discussion thread. That should have gone into the Nightmare into Chaos event briefing. And the event starts tomorrow. Well done.
Golf claps all around.
Well done. It's there, but it's the same fucking event list as the last one that we went through on Wednesday. Nothing has changed. None of the descriptions have been updated to state that you would get blah 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 for anything. It doesn't state that anything. So I'm still in doubt to this point that anything will actually happen. So now I'm done talking, so I'm going to open up the floor and let you guys hash it out. Dig in.
I'd like to point out something.
I just saved 15% on my car insurance.
That too. Can you go to that Wrongthinker thingy?
Yes.
Put something out in there.
I know you posted on here.
No, not that. Something that wrong. I mean, go back up to what Wrongthinker had posted. Towards the end, it says, like the last paragraph, it says we're starting new players off with baseline units and yada 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 yada.
Yeah, a new.
I kind of remember a certain YouTube show, if my memory serves me correctly, mentioning this about 6-8 months ago. I think it was this Unshackled show, wasn't it?
It was mentioned here. It was mentioned on the BB show. Before then, this thing has been planned for about 1.5 years.
They're finally at least doing that we've said for a while. But
it's still
these tokens are crazy. Like, it seems like we're gonna have to do 55 per unit, and there's 5 units per faction. I know, at least for the Sentinels. I believe it's the Sentinels and possibly the Survivors. I don't think there's that many Corpus, but
there is 5 of each.
There's 5 Corpus.
Okay,
yeah.
so there you go. So that'll be.
But only 2 of them are any
55,
good.
55 of each token.
Yes, 275.
And that's that'll be 275. You're getting
if
10.
you want all of them, which I know people will, that's 825 tokens. 825.
It's
you all
3 days.
You all on Unshackled know that I'm very crazy when it comes to events. I'm very crazy with grinding XP. I do not mind grinding, but this is even a bit too big of a task for me to complete in the event. 80 or whatever, 80, 90 completions.
825 with 10 tokens per completion.
So that's 820. So that's 83 completions in what, 4 days?
3 days.
That's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Well,
4 days.
Tuesday
then.
afternoon. Let's assume 4 full 24-hour days. That's 20 completions a day. Yeah, I can't even do that.
21 completions a day.
Yeah. And I have the units to do the events. I have the time to do the event. I have the desire to do the event. I have the drive to do the event.
You
But
will have,
it's just impossible.
if you want to work it out, you will have 1 hour to do 21 completions in that day, 2 hours sleep, some evening time, and bathroom breaks. And that's your
And
lot.
just saying,
3
if you install a throne in your room, you can eliminate a lot of that time.
You could. But
Just
that
need a
would
mini fridge and a microwave, and you're good.
Well, Kix, I managed to
install the
screw
toilet
this
in
up.
your bathroom in less than what? You're
Actually, if
looking
you
at
put a shitter right in your
15
recliner,
hours.
you're good. You don't have to leave the bed. You can just put your pillow on your recliner. You shit right
Hunter,
in your recliner, you're good to go. You ain't got to move.
Hunter, there will be a spreadsheet for this event, so
Jeez.
yeah, don't you worry.
All right, question out for YouTube. Is anybody able to get back into the game right now, or does everybody have the black or white screen?
It's black screen.
Let me
It's broken.
try.
I put that inside chat.
It's white screen for me.
White screen. I have a blank black screen. The only thing I have is the kick side.
Yeah.
Kick side game info game thing across the top.
I have the
That's it.
black.
I would
Yeah, I
screen
have
share
black
it, but I
black.
have about 40 people PMing me asking me the same question. So I think
Well,
that's how
if you guys want to
Kickstarter's
show
gonna be
me,
this-
I'm screen sharing.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I think that's how
you
Kick.
could deal with it. You could wear a
I think
nappy.
that's how
you could carry some empty bottles with you.
I think that's how Kickstarter is going to get around people complaining about this event. They're just not going to let anybody play it.
And they did say 60 minutes of maintenance, so you're about half an hour too early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we?
It did.
Hey man, if it says if I refresh and it tries to get me in the game, I consider that the maintenance is over and they fuck something up.
Yeah, the
Black
maintenance screen's
screens
completely
matter.
gone.
Okay, Ian.
Then they've shut down the server. That's not maintenance anymore. That's reboot.
Yep, it is.
You know, when my games upgrade and do maintenance, I never have these problems.
You know, when I'm playing Warframe, I can actually sit and play through the maintenance.
Me too.
And the update is done when I log off and log back on.
Yep.
Unless
But when
it's
I'm
a serious
playing,
emergency.
when I'm
And
playing
then they'll
League of
tell you.
Legends or World of Warships, I have no problems with their updates. And even if I can't do it right off the bat, it only takes a few minutes before I'm up and running and I have no black screen.
No black screen, no flash crashes, no 16,000 pop-ups when you log in trying to sell you shit.
Yeah.
Hey, there's David.
Hi, David.
David,
No, do you?
make sure you watch the beginning of the show, mate. Amigo, my friend.
Homie,
No
Douchebag.
spoiler
bro.
alerts out there, YouTube.
Harambe.
Oh, just
Too
call me
soon.
a bay.
Oh no, you can't get in anyway. The fucking panel's full.
It's full.
Sorry, David. You're
Sorry,
locked out.
David. Next time.
You want me to drop out?
No. You stay there.
Sir, yes, sir.
Doc likes you better, I think.
Hell, I got my game.
Fun to annoy
As soon
David.
as I take my wife to work, I got my game up and ready, and I'm gonna start playing.
Do what you gotta do.
Hello, guys. I have an opinion on this post, if I may.
Go nuts.
Yeah, go for the shit.
I think the only reason that Wrongthinker comes on and posts this is because all the negativity, he wants people to actually participate. And my honest opinion is that all this is just bullshit. And I think that the only way we can, in a way, make a point is that we actually do what we intended, and that's not do this event whatsoever. And I think we have to make a statement. We can talk and we can be negative, but the only reason and the only way we can do something about this is actually not do the event whatsoever. Let it just slide.
But doesn't that cause a problem in that you fall behind?
No, okay, no, because this is a mini event, and Northman is completely and totally true.
Yeah.
It's absolutely 100% right, because at the end of the day, Kickside does not listen to us. They look at analytics, and Doc can back me up because he's done this. They look at the analytics. They look at a spreadsheet pretty much on a computer screen that shows them how many people played, how long they've played, blah, 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 blah. If you don't play, and if you can get your sectors not to play, and you can get a whole bunch of people not to play, this mini event. No, I'm not saying not play the game. I'm saying don't play the mini event. That is where changes come in. That is when they'll see, oh shit, okay, maybe nobody really wants to do another mini event. I'm not saying don't play the game, okay?
Yeah, resource
play
gather,
your game,
collect your
fight, you know, hell, do a rid run, whatever. But if you just ignore that, like you guys have ignored Shadow Ops, or not Shadow Ops, but all the other
onslaught invasion.
People, they're taking notice in that, and that's what you do. If you don't do it, it shows up to them. It shows up not just to them, to the people above them, and that's who you want to reach. You don't want to reach Wrongthinker. You want to reach his boss, because at the end of the day, he's a troll too. He's a puppet to the people above him. He can say what the fuck he wants. He could write all those pretty words that he wants on the forums, but at the end of the day, he's got strings attached to his arms, legs, and mouth. So if you really want to reach out, and
has strings, and the guy who's pulling all the strings doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. So you've got to show.
Yeah, you have to show him.
And
that's the only way to show him. The only way to show him is don't play it. And you know that is the best way to do it. Is don't if you can get your whole sector. If you could get at least 40% of them not to play in every single sector, that will show up on their analytics. That's a massive fucking drop. And
they'll want to know why.
That's right. Yeah. And they're going to question him. They're going to question all the programmers, the designers. They're going to put him on the hot seat.
And ask what went wrong.
That is what you guys should do. It's not, you know, don't play the game because that never works, or don't coin because that never works either.
Right.
Don't play the mini event.
I tried to. I mean, I put a post out there and I titled it in all caps, "Who's going to play this BS mini event?"
And I guaranteed somebody would have pulled it because it was all capitals.
But they didn't. It's still out there, which amazed me because I figured they may pull it, but I thought I would try. The unfortunate thing is they're offering the Herald for 800,000 XP,
which isn't bad.
Which isn't bad, and a lot of people are playing it just to get the Herald because they didn't do the grind through the Shadow Ops like a lot of the rest of us did in order to get it. So they're trying to get that. Other people are going to play it because they want the Elite Herald. Nobody says they're going to play it for the tokens. All of the responses that I had on my post that said that they were going to play it, it was all about the Herald.
Well, there you go. Tell your people, tell your friends to get enough to get their Herald, and that's it. Ignore the tokens because that still will go up on their analytics. That will still show up. And they will still ask Wrongthinker why this isn't working, because at the end of the day, this is about making money, and those tokens should pay them out.
It's a gold
not now in long term. If you don't do it and you don't use those tokens, those people that are pulling Wrongthinker strings are going to ask him why.
Because a week from now, I guarantee you will have brand new bases for those factions that will throw tokens at you like fucking gold.
And something like the faction units that we have now destroy the units that we put them up against, even at level 10. So let's assume that, you know, the Habs go up and they do the event and they get all their stuff to level 20. But like the rest of us are like, you know what, we're just going to do the main track because you can still get XP if you need prizes and yada yada yada. You can still get XP with the regular one, but you don't touch the faction track. By level 10, Hades will still destroy an Omega Herald. Yep. At level 20, we'll do it faster, but at level 10, we'll do it just nicely.
Oh, by the way,
level 10 Phalanx, level 10 Vindicator, level 10 Purifier, these all still work. They're not just going to become obsolete because they're not level 20. Yeah, it's nice to have them at level 20, but...
Until Kickstarter starts putting the level 20 units in the event.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you know there are level 20 units are going to be in the event.
Hey, guys.
That's level 20 events. It's level 20 units in the event. I'm gonna blame you.
Dabba brought this up earlier. I've been playing this game a very long time. All right, 6 years. I got a very low ID, and I'm telling you, they're giving out this Herald. I guarantee you, within the month, you will have a unit that will drop it out of the fucking sky.
Yep. Agreed.
They're giving this bitch away now, and by the time you get it upgraded to where it's a decent level, and take it from somebody we have all played this game a long time. We've all seen the pattern. This is a pattern.
Oh yeah.
Remember the Legion? Legion was the shit.
Oh,
even when they fucked up the drones, they were still a badass unit. Now it's worthless. I'm telling you guys.
Mega Titan, Inferno, Hellstorms.
Inferno's a great example.
The Inferno. All these units that they gave us after we worked our ass again, they waited about 3 months and then they gave it to everybody.
Yep.
And then 3 weeks after that,
Growler.
Bam! They fucked it for everybody.
Inferno, Growler, Legion, Titan.
Jug.
This is a pattern. It's a pattern from Kickstarter. So make sure when you guys do this, remember, you guys are getting a unit that will be maybe not obsolete, but has a very long repair time.
And its limitations will be huge.
No matter what kind of bombs you add to it, that's a slow moving motherfucking unit.
Yeah, it is.
Severely slow. And like Dabba said, if you can get a Hades under it, that's it. You're dropping that motherfucker.
Yep.
And that's just now.
Especially with the hero tokens now. It will drop it out of the sky. I guarantee you when you get your Hades up to level, let's say 20, it will drop it down in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, but the question is, why should you have to have a token to upgrade a unit? This is a fucking joke.
Like I said, this is severely. I mean, we said this on the last show before they did their little try to calm our anger and anxiety about this new coming event. But this is a sort of a grab at getting participation, getting us to use our units and keeping numbers up for whatever reason, not necessarily financial. But it's a way, like you said, analytics to keep the numbers up, to go to your shareholders or whoever that you have to answer to the people above you, the brass, and say, look, we had X number of players over this course of this week. And if they can get X number of players on top of that because of this mini event participating for these tokens for the idea that they're going to be able to get their units up to level 20, that shows a spike in participation, a spike in active users. So that
but they're doing it as backwards.
Yes, they are. Because the point being, it's not even, you're not getting a token to upgrade your unit. You're getting a token to unlock the upgrade path for that unit. And then you're using 1 million thorium to upgrade it to the next level, 2 million thorium to upgrade it from the level.
You guys don't see what this is, do you?
But you got to have a token or 2 or 3 or 5 or however many to upgrade, to open each path. And that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Guys, you know what this token is? Do you guys have you seen what this token is? This is a way for them to bend around the upgrade times.
Yeah.
That's all this is. That's
perfectly fine.
It is quote unquote to breach the gap between the higher levels and the lower levels.
That's so full of shit. They can suck my dick on that one. They've been saying that for the last 5 years.
All through the faction tracks, you have to be a higher level.
Yes, that's the point. To bridge the gap, they have to give these tokens out to mass of low levels and not give it to the higher levels in order to get the lower levels units up where we are. So a player that's only at 6 or 8 can get a token that brings them to 9 and 10 to catch up to us. What they're doing is they're making us have now 10 to 20, and the low level is still down at the bottom of the barrel in the midst of upgrading from 6 to 8 to 9. You know what I mean? It doesn't work this way. I understand the idea.
Well, here's the idea behind this. Okay, you got the lower levels that have the acolytes, that have the liberators, that have the purifiers, the vindicators,
they have it all because it's been given to them.
But it's the matter of time that it's going to take them to upgrade them to max. For us higher levels, yes, we can do the full faction track, right? And get our restart tokens. But lower levels are stuck at maybe the faction track, the second to third faction track. That's as far as they can get.
Yes, and David, you're conflating the fact that what I'm trying to stress here is a lower level, a level 36 player, for example, a low mid-level player. He has his Hades at level 6. Okay, none of these tokens mean dick to him because his Hades is not at level 10, where the value of the token comes into play to give him level 11. He has to still go through the extensive upgrade time before he can even use these tokens. Now, mind you, yes, the tokens supposedly save, and again, reiterating what Dr. Phil said on the last episode, screenshot your token collection. Screenshot the end results of if you do participate. Because if, God forbid, they drop it, they lose your XP, they lose your tokens, shit, we've all lost our infamy, we've all lost our medals at one time or another in this during
and some of us have lost workshop tech
and units and everything. So
yeah.
make sure you keep a comprehensive note of what you have. That said, understanding that they should hold on to these in the future, you're still not bridging that divide because they're still going through that.
Okay. We're still going through the matches.
Hold on. Yeah. There is a guy that Shock on here said that low levels need to put in their time, and they're not supposed to be all cut up. And I agree. We've all put in our time. The only thing that I have a disagreement with that statement is that this isn't 6 years ago.
Right.
This isn't 6 years ago. This isn't even 3 years ago.
You can hit a level 10.
Yeah, I mean,
they're going to have to bring back the level locks.
Honestly. Yeah, they have to us to bring back to where low levels have a chance to catch up. They need to stop letting people like me hit them, and everybody on this panel.
You got to stop cyber pussy.
Agreed.
Don't say that. Cyber will quit and he'll start a level 2 account so you can't be touched.
I mean, I'm sorry, but this, and I agree. They have to put in their time. They have to be able to, do these things. But the problem is the begging.
Hey guys, can I say one more thing?
By all means.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, in my War Commander, it says on the bottom of the right, being alone is whatever, being inviting other players to the game. And that I have a 500k ID in War Commander. I have 1.3 in Battle Commander. That's 1.8 in total in ID. And there's never going to be a new player coming into either War Commander or Battle Pirate. If you're going to join the game, you have to have 1,000 of coins ready to actually coin. And there will never be. And the only reason that Kixeye makes money is because of the players that have been playing for many years. There will never be new players in any of the Kixeye games. That is a fact. And I'm 99% I'm sure of that. There will be a few that comes in and will run around with some coins and coin a new thing in War Commander or new thing in Battle Commander, and they will be able to do something with the game. But that's just the 1%, and that is if Kixeye is lucky. Because the only thing that is driving Kixeye now is the old times player, because we are the ones that are stuck in this game. We are the ones that have put in so many years in this game that Kixeye have. And we have to realize that Kixeye will not survive. It's just a matter of time. People have been saying for many years the game will die, and they will, because they are not getting any new players to participate in this kind of game. You can watch on Facebook, hey, play War Commander, it's free, have fun. Play Battle Pirate, it's free, have fun. And we know that that's just bullshit. This game, Kixeye will never progress. Kixeye is going down. And, the only reason they are still alive is because of the players that has put many years. And, we have go down with the coining, but we still coin a bit. And there are some few whales left in the game. But, the game is going down. That's the truth. 1 year, 2 year, it's hard to say, but that's my opinion. with Kicksai.
And you're not half. You're quite right. You are quite right. And to be honest, it should have happened a damn sight sooner than it has.
The only other thing
I have systematically gone out of their way to fuck people.
Yep.
Sure.
This is just the next generation of fuckery for War Commander.
It's all about greed.
They did it. They did it in Battle Pirates with the fucking Foundry and the retrofits and all of that crap. They did it in Vega with the workshop and the mark upgrades and having to collect and collect and collect and collect and collect just to take something somewhere. When it first came out, I attributed it to something that BioWare did to Mass Effect 3. And what BioWare did to Mass Effect 3 was they sold you the game on day one with a specific chunk of content missing that was on the disc that should have been sold with the disc, but they made you pay $15 to download an 800 kilobyte file to unlock the data that was already on the disc.
Yep.
That's all it is. It's content that's already there. It should be readily available to be accessed by everyone, but it just isn't. There you put a paywall in the way.
If any people, any gamer in Kicksai War Commander Battle Pirate have any doubt that Kicksai is screwing you over, then I think you are very, very much naive. Because I started playing War Commander in about a year ago. And the reason I went back to War Commander is because in Battle Pirate they said, you know what? We don't want any player to have a hull that you can click at the end of the base. So, and I had like 150 ships, and they decided, okay, none of what you have is good enough anymore. So everything I tried in the base, they died instantly. And after the second event, the second raid, suddenly people have a ship that can run in the end of the base. You didn't have any skills. And they do this month after month after month. And we players, before, we were hundreds of thousands. What are we now? 50? 30? It's getting down and down and down. Every month, people are getting off this carousel because people realize it's just a fucking hoax. And they are screwing us over again and again and again. And I think if we ever gonna have a chance, I don't think we can have, but the only chance we have is actually to stop putting money on the game. It's simple, it's difficult, whatever. People have to decide, enough is enough. I will not put on $10, $50, $100. I'm going to stop, and I decide, okay, I will see. Where are we? We can see now with Shadow Killer in 8 weeks, where will it be? And we know the answer. We don't have to put it on the show because we already know the answer. He will be fucked because there will be so much new shit out there. He won't be compatible to play the game.
Well, see, he won't be able to defend because the war rig will be out and he won't be one of the players with it.
Yeah.
And by that time, people will have upgraded it.
Yep.
He'll be playing League of Legends like he's doing now, or World of Warships.
Yep.
Go ahead, Lee.
He'll come in. He'll play one little event and say screw this, and he'll be gone again. And I understand it.
No, he'll come in. He'll go bubble cyber pussy, and then he'll log back out for a week.
Yeah, that's it. He'll log on just for that.
I'm out.
Very, very disgusting.
All right, take care, Shadow Killer. Enjoy the day.
Thanks, Shadow.
Yeah, later.
Take care, Shadow.
See you, Shadow.
I throw something on my screen. Right, this is the current statistics for Vega Conflict. It doesn't include the browser version. It doesn't include the mobile version. And I know the peak downloads of Vega Conflict are almost 400,000 downloads it's currently on. But there are 1,200 people playing as of 16 minutes ago in the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
1,600 in 24 hours.
It has yet to go above 2K.
Peak players in the last 30 days at 229. 2,249, sorry.
Yep.
Its all-time peak was 3,814, which isn't even in this list.
No, March 6, 2016.
March 2016. There it is, 3,814.
That must have been an
That
event.
was over a year ago. And do you know what happened in March of last year in Vega? They call it the Grand Rebalance.
Yeah.
They called it the Great Rebalance. And it fucked everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Everything, every nuance a specific hull had was taken away because they changed the speed, they changed strafe, they changed turn speed, they made ships that were obsolete, completely ridiculously overpowered. They made ships that were completely ridiculously overpowered because of the way that they'd been built. They made them useless.
That's something that I want to touch on.
They fuck everybody.
Yeah. Holy shit.
What Northman said, about the divide, about these units, about these things, and we've touched on this with this idea that they're going to enter this middle tier set of units. It's not as weak as the infiltrators and all, but it's not as strong as purifiers and all that stuff. I'm worried that this might be a War Commander version of that very same rebalance system. I've championed that. I can say this in past episodes. I've championed that they need to get rid of old units altogether and upgrade in mass. Everybody gets this new balanced tier of SF. Okay, if you want to make those the starter packs for a new player, that's fine when they're starting out and doing level 5, 10, and 15 bases. No, I'm talking PvE.
Sorry.
And events.
I'm laughing in the side chat.
Oh, it's plenty worth. Yeah, I love you back. I did too. You can laugh at me because it's true. I mean, they are a useless unit overall, but for a new player, SF is what you should start out with. We have Liberators and and that kind of stuff, and that's the next generation, the higher quality unit. That's second plateau. Okay, so if they got rid of all the other shit on the bottom of the barrel in this game, the original vanilla versions of units,
Legacy.
replace them. Yes, yeah, fuck that. Legacy was the dumbest. That was almost as dumb as the token system. Having legendary laser tank. Nobody uses fucking old laser tanks.
No. Yeah,
and they're gonna rebalance that.
There's Legacy, and then there's Legendary.
I know. But I'm saying the legacy units being the laser tank and the Scorpion and the Paladin and all that stuff. Those units are gone. Replace them with the versions that have the power and the health balanced out against what is in our bases, because we don't put the original machine gun turrets. We have our new avalanche turrets. It's a vast difference. It's apples and fucking pineapples. One is juicy, golden, delicious. The other one cuts the shit out of your gums if you try to chunk in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't think this through in that.
You go anywhere near a fucking machine gun these days, and you just laugh at it because there's nothing.
Yeah.
Ask for
what they did in Battle Pirate, that can be compared to today in War Command. Okay, you go in with an Omega Juggernaut, you go in with a Herald, and 2 shots, and they will be dead, and you cannot do shit. The base is there, you cannot scratch it 10%. That was the rebalancing they did in Battle Pirate.
Where your base defenses were pointless because
the base
handful.
Your base was so fucking strong. Whatever you threw at it, all your ships, they died instantly.
Oh, okay. So it was the opposite.
Yeah. So if you go to you're gonna hit the base, you go in with Omega Juggernaut, Omega Titan, all the best shit you have.
It's dead in 2 shits.
Yeah, okay. and you die in like 30 seconds. Nothing can take that base. That's what they did in Battle Pirate. All
right, so currently War Commanders has the overkill in offense. You had the overkill in defense.
Yes, and they said the reason that they want to do this was because they want to release a new ship that can just click at the end of the base. And that was just a fucking lie, because 2 months later, they actually released a ship that you can do exactly the same that they said you could not do.
They wanted to rebalance PvP because ships were overpowered, so they wanted to bring back something to base defense, just like they tried to do in War Commander, and it miserably failed. In this case, it failed in the way of being able to one-click on one-shot turrets and all that bollocks. In Battle Pirates, to being the other way around in War Commander. It's the same thing in Vega. For the longest time, bases were overpowered, and then they released a whole bunch of new ships, and then the fleets were overpowered. So they did a whole bunch of upgrades to the base, then the bases were overpowered, and then they went to the alien shit. Now you have what's called the Doom fleet, which if you've got that maximum upgraded, if you spent $500, then you can pretty much go to any maximum level base, deploy your fleet, put it in the center, target the bridge, bang, 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 jobs are good, and that's it. You're done with 10% damage.
Yeah. All this is just noise to me. I have no idea what you're talking about.
The principles are exactly the same. You have the big Papa Platt. You've got the fucking insta-kill fleets for basing in Battle Pirates and Vega, and it goes the same. It goes the same across the board. The principles are the same. One side will always overpower the other because I don't know the true fucking meaning of balance and what players will actually do with what we're given.
All right, here's a principle for you. Go drink a beer.
That's not a principle. That's a way of life to me.
So, anyways, the point being, if we can stop, I've been a whale. I used thousands of dollars in these games, but I've stopped. There are still people that are using a shitload of money. Of course, that is their choice and all that, but the only way, if there is a way, or there's, I'm not sure there's a chance, you have to stop coin. You have to stop doing the shit that the kicks are doing to you, because 90% of the game now, War Commander, Battle Pirate, it's chores. It's only chores, it's PvE. You don't have time to go out and kill another base and all that, Before, a couple of years ago, I wake up maybe 30 minutes before I have to, because I want to log on to Battle, see, have I been hit? Did my base manage? Did I do well? Can I brag and whatnot? I went to work and I got home. Okay, fuck, I got leveled. Okay, I can watch the replay. I can figure out what I want to do with my base. And the next time, wow, I managed to stop him. But that is away from the game. 90% of the game today is just PvE and resources.
You farm for res, you farm for thorium, you farm for medals, you farm shadow ops, you farm boss bases, you farm those mini bases.
You farm event main tracks so that
bases, you can... You farm for fucking Bastion shit. You farm for this, and you farm, 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 until you go crazy. And it is the downright definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and 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 over again, expecting a different result.
Yeah, I'm just going to call you.
You are all insane.
Yeah, and every time, I think maybe it's this the third time we have a mini event after the main event. I think it's second
time.
Yeah, and both time, War Commander and Battle Pirate have the event at the same time. And what do? The week after, they're giving us in War Commander a mini event, and that means that we get this weekend, and we will get 4 weeks to next time. But it will only be 3 times for Battle Pirate. So the reason they are doing this as War Commander is to do this, get some coin, and then they take 4 weeks off.
But in those 4 weeks, they'll drop a bunch of shit for you to go and do. Yeah. Because they want to keep you occupied. They want to keep you playing. Because if you're playing, you're taking hits. If you're taking hits, you're spending coin. And that is the only mantra that the company has.
I'm a level 44 War Commander. I have like 2,400 infamy and whatnot. And I've been hit 1 time in the last month.
Because PvP is dead.
Exactly.
Yep.
people don't, you know, the only reason I'm actually doing some PvP is because we have the random act of violence, and that's Unshackled, you know, and that's
medals.
That's
medals.
fucking
The
awesome.
150k medals are nice.
That's fucking awesome to have random act of violence. You know, you can drop in, you can have fun for a couple hours, but you know, they're doing so much PvE that if you're lucky, you can do that one time a month.
Medals are nice, except for when you got a million medals like me and
Nothing to spend them on.
You still waiting on that You still waiting on that HH targeting?
Fuck yeah!
I think you got a better chance of me cursing than
ever getting that again.
I got a question for everybody on the panel, and it's a two-parter. We're all gonna pretend that we all still play the game. Right now, as this game sits, if every single one of us lost our account, would we start a new one? Assuming that we all love the game, would anybody start a new account?
No.
Hell
How
no.
fucking stupid
Honestly,
do you believe me
so
today?
no, just listen to me.
Don't answer that question.
There is not
That's
a time
Okay, that's fine.
holy
that
fuck.
would make me restart.
I got a better idea.
Hard
Got
to.
this question. Everyone on the panel, for the question, say aye or say nay. Would you play War Commander if you had to start from scratch?
Nay.
Yes or no?
No.
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 Yes.
Okay.
Who said yes?
Who said yes?
He's lying.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh,
Boom.
oh God, that's even worse, Dawson.
He's more drunk than me.
Question number 2.
Okay, hang on. I'll answer this way. Okay. The only way I would start over from scratch is if Kixeye gave right off the bat 200,000 gold, and I might be back at the level where I'm at now.
No, that's not the question. You can't change the
No.
button.
Yeah, no.
Now,
Please,
the second
please,
part.
God's
You
go.
get none, and you get banned from coining.
Now,
Alright,
the second part. Let's travel back in time to 3 years ago. Would you start a brand new account if the game was the exact same way it was 3 years ago?
Do
Yes.
I have the hindsight that you say of going the way they are?
No. No.
Then no.
I came
3
back.
years ago?
I
No.
came back 3 years ago after a year off.
The reason why I think
I don't.
for me anyways, the reason why I would start if the game was the way it was 3 years ago is because that level lock was in place and the game to me was more balanced, because that's back in the hover tank, the megas, the hellfires, the banshees. It was a more balanced game.
I'll
I
put
will
it
say
on.
this.
If you start an account now, you're screwed, because as soon as you hit level 3, you got some dickhead 45 hitting you.
Yep.
I'll tell you exactly. I'll let you go real quick, but I'll tell you exactly. The moment that I would no longer restart a new account was the time period where they rescaled the size and shape and footprint of the power.
That really pisses you off, doesn't it?
Yeah. Before that, I liked the game. After they started tinkering on that side and started tinkering deeper and deeper and deeper into the game, that's when they started going off the rails for me. I'm not just specifically talking about that thing, but it was that time period that they started messing with the fundamentals of what I enjoyed in the game and started adding things and taking things and changing things that made it less and less appealing to me.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think I'm the only one here that actually enjoys the game still.
I enjoy it.
I actually still enjoy it. I mean, some days it's a grind and everything, but I think I enjoy the people really a little bit more than the games.
It's the community.
Hey, I'm offended that you don't think I still enjoy this game. That really hurts me, buddy.
Like, that's why
We know you love it, Debo.
Do you not see all the craziness I go through and whatnot? All the hours I put into this game?
Mr. Type A personality.
But also a thing we have to think about is that Wrongthinker, you know, in one term he was with Unshackled show, he came on and we had good discussions, and he has been vanished for a long time, and suddenly tonight he comes up with a post And that's just a post to try to get people not to participate, try people to play what he's putting out on us. That's the only reason Wrongthinker came on with his post, was to, in a way, make people play this event. If it was
yes and no.
Yeah,
Unfortunately for Wrongthinker, as much as I respect the guy, he's become Kicksai's mouthpiece. Because nobody trusts Soloco to do anything. Nobody trusts most of the moderators in the forum. Yes, I know you can have your say at the end of it. Let me finish. Nobody trusts Soloco. So who else do they go for? They go for the lead developer of War Commander, which just happens to be Wrongthinker. You put him on the front line, you put him on the firing line if something goes wrong. Because then people don't blame Soloco. Well, who else do you blame in game if something goes wrong? You can't blame Soloco because he's a GM and basically does nothing. You blame Wrongthinker because he is the guy you see on the forum.
Let me ask you this.
Reversal.
I blame Moffin.
Though.
Shut up, David.
You know, let me ask you this though. Okay. Now, you know, Wrongthinker has come on shows and he's, you know, stated quite a few things, wrote things down, things, you know, taking our ideas, and he wants to do this, but of course, you know, the higher ups say no, 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 no. Unfortunately, he's put himself out there as the face of Kicksai. He's become a face of Kicksai, so therefore, okay, yeah, you can't blame Soloco, which I still state the obvious, fuck Soloco, but that's my opinion.
It's also mine, but carry on.
But, you know, everybody targets Wrongthinker because his face is out there as being part of Kicksai, so therefore, unfortunately, whether or not he's trying to do a good job or not, which I think he's doing a crappy job, but hey, what the fuck do I know? I'm just a player. And no, I would never have started this game again.
What Wrongthinker does with the limited resources he has available.
Exactly.
Kicksai are not great. We can all attest to that.
Yeah.
And that is an understatement, and I am very well aware. But it's not the developers, it's not the CMs that I lay the blame on. It will always be the bean counters. Those sons of bitches that sit upstairs and read analytics and decide, well, this isn't doing enough, we need to turn it up. This is doing too much, we should probably turn it down. And when you sit and you hear those conversations in those rooms, I mean, I haven't done it in Kicksai rooms because they probably wouldn't let me in there anyway, but it's been done in several other rooms that I have had access to in the past with various different companies that have had these conversations where their developers and their CMs have been shot the fuck down. It's what happened to a former CM of Kicksai by the name of CM Lex. Now, I've talked about Lex a couple of times before because he stuck up for the community, because that was the kind of guy he was. He fought tooth and fucking nail. What happened? Kicksai fired him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want somebody who does what's best for the community. They want a suck-ass yes-man.
Yes.
Look, and that's why they've got Soloco. And that's why Soloco will never get fired.
Because they're a business, and they're looking more for the business side of it than us as the community.
Yeah, but unfortunately,
the company they don't fix. What benefits the players, they do fix.
Yep.
I think that the bigger conflict they have lost. War Commander community are too weak. And the only thing that may have a chance is the Battle Part community.
No. Ironically, it's the other way around.
No, I don't agree, but we have to agree to disagree.
You only see, with the Steam stuff, you only see the players on Steam. Vega is one of those games that, to this day, I think, is still the only game that plays in browser, on Steam, mobile platforms, both Android and iOS, simultaneously. and they're fully interactive with one another. You've got 32 million IDs in War Commander. That took 6 years.
Now.
34? 34 million IDs in War Commander. That took 6 years. We have 22 million IDs in Vega. That only took 3 years.
But actually, do we think that is a legit number? I don't believe in one place that
I was in the original beta. My ID in beta,
34 million. I cannot understand that.
Well, yeah,
a lot of them have probably been banned and come back.
Think of how many accounts have been banned.
And how many accounts were started during that big plethora of people starting level 2 accounts just to get access to CS, to customer service?
And how many level 2 accounts are started to fill up sectors or benefit? Like block up account, lock yourself up for like when you're hiding your infamy. You see all these level 2 accounts being created and on Kickstarter, and they're like, "Oh yay, new people are coming!" But then it's like, are these level 2 actually gaining any levels, or literally even logging in every day, or even once a week?
If you conservatively took 10% of the players off the top, that would be a good idea of what the real 6-year progression has been.
I think it would be slightly more than that.
Well, I'm trying to be.
Have you seen the level 2s in some of the sectors?
Yes.
Yeah, there's.
It's a command center. That's it.
Exactly.
I'm saying number wise, like I've seen sectors, half the sectors level 2s. Well, under level 10.
And they're just your size, W, the ones you love to hit.
Wait for it to be level 3.
Hey, level 10s are too hard for me to hit, so I gotta stick to level 3.
What, you get 10 hours of damage on the level 3s?
No.
It could be worse. You could lose your Omega Titan a level fucking 10 event base.
I've seen people lose that kind of stuff in a level 5 event base because they didn't.
It was one of the last event weekends that I played a couple of months back, and it was the start of the event, and the live event show was going on. I think it's still on the video somewhere. And I'm out doing the live show, and then all of a sudden in the Sector 49 chat, I lost my fucking Titan in a fucking level 10 base. Fuck Kickside, fuck this bullshit. I'm fucking done with the game. And it was the same day I hit the level 10 base and did a recording just for shits and giggles, just to piss the guy off. I was like, level 10 base, free repair.
Hey, we all fuck up. I lost my stuff on an April Fool's base, so you know.
What?
Hey, Debo, can you tell me?
I know who that was.
Hey, Debo, can you tell me how to do that 100 base on the April Fools?
Well, okay.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. That's all.
Well, it's funny because we're sitting here talking about 34 million IDs and stuff, and I just happened to I have the forum page up, and I looked over there. And actually, it's dropped again. When I first looked, there was like 46,000 players online.
Yeah, that number is broke.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, it just went down to 39,000, and it was 40,000 just like maybe 15, 20 seconds ago when I looked at it.
You scared them away.
How in the world can we have 34 million IDs when there's 40,000 players, maybe?
Well, think of how many bases have been banned. Think of how many level 2 to level 10 accounts that are only made to create space are in the game.
And that's active right now. So right now in the US, it's 950. Over in Europe, it's even later. Australia, even later.
That number was okay. Again, I have to reiterate
this. Good time for normal people generally.
I have to state this, and this goes back in other episodes and other shows. That number is only representative of people. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's playing through the Kickside site.
That is through the Kickside portal.
Yeah. It does not go through. It does not go through Facebook. It doesn't go through mobile platforms. It doesn't go through Pookie.
Oh, I see. Okay, all right. Well, now that makes sense. But it's funny because that number used to show when I first started playing, there was like 1 million people.
That number is actually fraudulent. That number is not real.
David has something to say.
Game is up.
But if we go through the panel from left to right, what are your opinion, and are you going to participate in this mini event?
Well, I'll start with David at the end then. David, are you going to participate in the event?
I may or may not. It depends on what it looks like, to be quite honest, and what my schedule looks like.
What would you go for if you did participate?
Trophy.
Just the trophy.
I'd go for the trophy and some elite herald parts. That's pretty much about it. Because to be quite honest, these tokens are a fucking joke.
Okay. Yelba, are you going to participate in the event?
By the
what
way,
are you going to get?
Flash crash.
Shut up.
Upgrade
Double
your
answer
internet.
the damn question. Double.
Yeah, I'm here. Okay. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get Omega Herald parts and whatnot this event, and yeah, it's not gonna happen because of the tokens. I will participate because I'm just curious how these token things are gonna work. I didn't really like the idea of, like, what was it, the faction stuff, having to grind the tech, and now it's actually not a bad idea. So who knows? This might actually work, and so I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll try it out, and if it works horribly wrong, I'll make a video or something, or I'll express my feelings on Unshackled.
And then get you that for it.
Well, I want to give an objective opinion when I do my post, when I do my poll, when I rate the event and all that crap. I want to give an objective opinion of, like, my personal thoughts on the event and how it went and stuff they could have done better and all that yada yada stuff.
All right, Deja, are you going to play the event, and what are you going to get?
I am going to play the event. I'm not going to do any of the token stuff. I'm going after the Herald.
Just the Herald?
Yes, just the Herald.
All right. Debo, are you going to play the event, and what are you going to get?
I am not playing the event. And I'm going to say right now, it's specifically for the way that they drop these tokens. I am 100% for the token idea. I think they came out with it ass backwards. I feel that forcing me to get a token to upgrade a unit is ridiculous. I think the upgrade should be in there, and their timestamp should be in there. So if you want to upgrade them and use the resources and use the time, go for it. And this token should give you a basically an instant upgrade on it. That's a great idea. But forcing us to just get the token
upgrade, they changed
correct,
that.
correct. But if I go into my tech center right now, those levels 11 through 20 are not on that unit for me to click it and grind through it.
Yeah.
So if they did that and just made the tokens so that way you got it instantly, I think that's a great idea. But the way they did it is fucking stupid. I refuse to play an event and grind for tokens for the ability to upgrade a unit.
I mean, the upgrades to the units are now instant with thorium, but that's still it's still exactly what you said. It's a fucking grind to go and get it in the first place, which you shouldn't have to do.
Correct. They should just be in there, and then, like I said, the token should be your freebie for it.
I agree.
They did it completely backwards, and I think the company themselves would have made more money by just releasing those levels and letting people either use the time and gold to upgrade them. And if they got the tokens, good for them. Hey, it costs you 5 tokens to get this now. You know, that would have been a way better idea. The way they did it is just stupid.
It would have been God scope.
Yeah, I'll do the event just for the trophy. I was gonna do it for the Elite Herald parts, but I had this lovely little dust up with Kixeye because they decided to take over half of my Herald parts away out of my account. So when I ticketed them, I told them that I'm not coining another cent in this game until they give me all 40 parts, and they gave me all 40 parts. So I made my Herald Elite yesterday.
Well done.
Bravo.
But as for the event. I will not be coining it. I will only do the faction for the Hades. And the only thing that I'm going to buy with XP is the trophy. And as soon as I get the trophy, I'm stopping. So however many tokens I have at that point is where I'm staying with. I think it's absolute crap that it's 1 token from level 10 to 11, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4. It should be 1 token per each damn level.
Yep. To be perfectly honest with that, I think they're completely wrong in doing it that way. To unlock the track, if they're going to throw faction tokens in there, 1 token, and then you should be able to upgrade it from 11 to 20. If that's the way they're going to run with it, it's similar to the way the Elite and the Omega works. If they're going to do it that way, at least, no, I'm starting to fucking make excuses for them, and I won't tolerate it. Scratch that from the fucking record.
I was so close to
From my point of thinking, if they did it 1 token per level so that's 10 tokens that you need to get from 10 to 20, that's fine. Because that, if I understand it correctly, you complete the faction track 1 time, you get 10 tokens. So
yeah.
for Corpus, all I want to do is my Hades. So I have to do the Corpus 1 time, and my Hades are level 20. Well, I got to do Sentinels twice, and then my Vindicators and my Purifiers are level 20. And I got to do Survivors once, and my Liberators are 20. That, to me, seems acceptable.
That to you seems acceptable, but it's also giving you tokens for other units at the same time. They've already said that. So you'd have to do it.
I thought in the forum post it said that you got to pick which token you...
No, you don't get to pick. You will get issued a token whether you like it or not.
In Wrongthinker's post it said that you could pick.
I would not have any issues with this thing if you could pick.
There's nothing that says that you could pick it. It says they'll give you a token, but at the time we don't know what they'll give you a token and not make it a lottery, so everyone's getting the same tokens. So it's no longer a lottery. It's you grind for what you want, basically. So you could get stuff for the Apollo or Purifiers or any of the specific tracks and not get anything that you want, or very little of what you want. You want Hades parts, but you're getting something else in that tier instead.
Yeah, 24 detonator parts.
Okay, well, with that knowledge, scratch that, and, I'm just going to get the trophy, because I want the pink trophy. If they didn't have the pink trophy in there, I wouldn't get a damn thing.
I mean, you will have to wait until tomorrow to see what the track actually is.
Well, hopefully
before anybody
hears this thing and he hears this. Wrongthinker, if you're listening, let us pick which unit tokens we get.
Yes, that would be awesome.
That's all we want. Let us pick which tokens we get.
Here's a simple idea. They did it with the faction. They did it with the faction heroes. Make them tokens redeemable in the store. So you get a Corpus faction training token that you could go into the event store and pick which one you wanted.
Yeah, a pop-up of that faction units list, and you click on the icon or the image of the unit that you want to use that token for. So instead of an event prize list, you'd have your event XP prize list, and then you'd have another tab in that prize list that pops up the faction units, and you'd have the 3 bars, and you'd have your token count next to each one of those factions. So you'd have, your Sentinels faction token number, and you click on, I want to upgrade my whatever.
I want to have a token for my Hades, or my Apollo, or my Fury, or my Sentinel, or some bullshit like that. It's not.
Oh, I forgot the Furies.
Yeah, because you're right. As it reads, just real quick. I just lost it. But as it reads, it says in the first 3 missions of the faction track, you get 1 token for a unit of that faction. The 4th faction mission will award 1 token for 2 different units, and the 5th faction mission will reward 1 token for 3 different units. So it is still, in my opinion, it is still a lottery system, in that you don't choose which of the 3 units on 5th tier faction mission after your victory you get, but you will get a token for 3 different units. So you might get a token for a Sentinels unit and 2 tokens for 2 different Corpus units, for example, or at least if it's in the faction, it'll be 2 different Sentinel units. One Sentinel unit gets 1 token, and another Sentinel unit gets a token, and a 3rd Sentinel unit gets a token, or 1 Sentinel unit gets a token, and another Sentinel unit gets 2 tokens. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, who is next on the list?
Lady Warrior.
I said I was going to boycott the event, and I'm still going to boycott the event. I'm going to stick to my guns. I don't care what they do. I mean, I think the trophy's sexy, and I'd love to have it. And I would like to try to go for Elite Herald parts, but I
just get the trophy.
I just don't like the way they're doing it. I just truly don't. And on the post I have on the forum, I asked everybody that said that they were going to go after the Herald to please do the Herald and then stop and don't do anything else.
So you want the trophy?
I don't know if that.
Just get the trophy, then stop.
We'll see. But as of right now, I'm boycotting the event. I mean, I won't be on Bell tomorrow because I have family day tomorrow. I got shit to do.
Do you know what happens every time my other half says we'll see? Every time she wants to go buy something. We'll see. We'll see about buying that, and she sees it. And I know 20 minutes down the line she's going to go buy the fucking thing whether I like it or not.
Well, yeah,
like I said, I won't be logging on tomorrow other than close to midnight because I have my hunters missiles will be matched then, and I want to place them on my base. And I think my jug will be done to
go get your damn trophy.
Okay, I'm gonna say
we'll
this.
see. As of right now, I don't have any plans of playing even 1 minute of it.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say, Debo, you were probably right on maxing out your railguns. The Hunter missile maxed out does fuck all to the damn Herald.
Really?
Yes.
I disagree.
Okay, let's not get on this topic now. Let's go down the line.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll be here until 5 o'clock in the morning to get rid of this stuff. Northman, since you asked the question, are you going to play the event, and what are you going to get?
I'm gonna start off and try, and if it costs me coin, a lot of repairs, I'm not gonna coin repairs. I'm going just to click repair, and I will just see what it adds up to. I just spent some coins on the ordinary event, and I'm not interested in spending that amount of coin just a week after.
Makes sense. Venom, are you going to play the event, and what are you going to pick up if you do? Lionel, wakey.
I thought you were waiting for Mothin.
No, you're next.
Okay, well, okay, fine. Me personally, I'm with Northman, and I don't have a drive to try for this token thing. I might go in and play for a little bit of XP. I want to get some phalanx. I want to get some other things. So I might participate just for the XP units. And again, I'm not going to coin any repairs. So whatever I get, and that's it. And I'm still in repair from a little bit of a couple platoon from the last event. So we'll see what happens. But I'm not pushing to earn anything. I'm not going to push for all these tokens. I just, again, as Dabo said, Doxing Debo said, it's just poorly executed. There were ways they could have made this a useful event, and this coin system could have worked, but it's not right. Even with the changes, it's still just not right.
Because one of our big things in the game is upgrade times, and yeah, this gets rid of them, but poorly executed way of getting rid of upgrade times.
Yeah, that's what they thought of. They're like, what's something that we can do to benefit the community, and let's give them a little bit, but do it the exact opposite way that they want it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
With everything, Kixeye. Give with one hand, take with the other.
Yep.
And then kick you with both feet.
I agree.
Exactly.
And then kick you in the balls on the way down.
Yeah. Boot to the head.
Martin, since you're last on this list, are you doing the event? And if you do, what do you plan to pick up?
More
Other than
likely,
crabs.
I am. Well, she said she was clean. Okay, so sorry. Actually, no.
I'm sorry.
On target, please.
Hold on.
I'd like to end this show at some point in the next training.
All right, let me catch myself. Good one though.
Aim for the bullseyes.
Shut up! Continue, please, Muffin. Before I get out of the fucking hangout.
I am probably not gonna do this event because, well, I haven't been logging in much because I've been really busy in my personal life. But if I do log in, I probably still won't play the event. However, I may go around bubbling some of my own teammates because I can. So be on guard, people. Because just because it's a mini event don't mean you can't get bubbled.
True enough.
That what makes Mountain Buck.
Of course, this particular question is completely pointless to me. Like, I have no intentions on even logging into War Commander for the next 7 weeks, because now I've said it, everyone's going to bug me if I don't. Because
you said
I'm
a
a
month.
fucking
You're
idiot.
not permitted to do anything except.
I thought you said it was a month earlier in the show.
No. 7 weeks they will be out of game. After they come back, they have one month to play and see how much.
I got that, but earlier in the show he says, "You know what? I'll even make it a month. I'll come back."
I didn't say that.
That was Shadow.
I'll check it. I'll be checking it later on. Okay.
Shadow said he would play for a month after he came back.
No, there was one that said come back within the next month.
No,
I'll
that did not happen.
You misunderstood. You misunderstood.
But now, since everyone has done their round, maybe we can do another round with the wrapping up the show and the final thoughts for people.
Christ, I'm going to make you the host of the next fucking show. Well, since the man said it, please, David, final thoughts, last words, please wrap it up.
Well, thank you all for coming out and the panel and everything else. I still got to watch the first 33 minutes of the show. Thanks for everybody out there in YouTube. Daba, this one's for you, for all the millions.
That is my cut.
Only Daba gets to say that.
Oh, damn. It's Mike.
Thank you, Venom. Thank you, Venom.
Millions and millions that will watch the show later. Thank you.
David's always the pessimist. He always says thousands. Like.
Yeah. Anyway, now for this, I'm gonna say this, and this is part of my shout out. So, for all those fuckheads that are out there trying to join the Unshackled show page, screw you. If you're on a hacking page, you're getting banned and booted from the damn thing. So don't even bother trying to join it.
Here.
Okay? I'm just putting that out there. If I see a hacking page anywhere or a like on your shit, I'm booting you and banning you. And if somebody added you, I'm gonna boot them too.
I can't argue with that. Daba.
Yes, so Shadow, thanks for those kind words of wisdom. That really means a lot coming to you. That all of us are able to keep the mantle up and keep the show going and all that. Whoever that dude that tried to troll my post, I got a little thing for you. No. Hey, goodbye. I would sing more, but I don't want y'all to get booted off of YouTube.
Don't like it? Fuck off.
Yeah. So shout out to everyone that watches, everyone that's still staying with Unshackled, everyone that's still playing War Commander. It's us against Kixeye, because technically Kixeye makes the game. They are the enemy. So yes, we are against Kixeye. So we have to unite, and we all have to become one. And as we become one, we become stronger. And as we become stronger, we will one day triumph over Kixeye. And more encouraging words and whatnot. Have fun in the event tomorrow. That's all.
For the record, this is not an episode of the Karate Kid.
No, wait, hold on. And the millions of people watching, and the millions and millions of views out there, yes. Like them, yeah, whatever.
Like and subscribe, yeah?
I went to say that, but that's your part, so.
Yes, I know. Deja, shout out, last words, buddy.
Yeah, I'd like to thank the panel. Especially good to see Shadow and Dr. Phil here tonight.
Thank you very much.
I would also like to thank my clan in 108, Hell's Knights. You guys rock. I'm not real sure about this event. I really think it sucks for lots of reasons, but I don't like the token thing. Y'all have a good evening. See ya.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Debo, shout outs and last word, buddy.
Channel. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. And everybody in 173. But more importantly, anybody dumb enough to take the time to grind an event for a token for the ability to upgrade a unit, good luck. Have fun.
I appreciate the honor.
All right. Godscope, shout outs, last words, brother.
Shout out to the panel for letting me come on. It's good to see Shadow come back. I'm glad to hear that you guys are going to be eventually coming back to the game, even if it will be for a short period of time. Shout out to Sector 106. I look forward to making most of your events a living hell. And
that's my boy.
Yeah. Shout out to KS. You're still a dipshit.
True enough. Alrighty. Lady Warrior, shout outs, last words, Anna.
Oh, shout out to the panel. Shout out to everybody out there in YouTube land. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to Shadow for coming on for a minute. Thanks to Dr. Phil, especially for hosting this program on the fly. And shout out to all my peeps in 164. I love you.
All right. Thank you very much. Northman, shout outs and last words, brother.
Yeah, I will give a big shout out for Unshackled, because I'm both play Workman and Battle Pirate, and the Unshackled is the only channel that really have balls to say what they want. I watch show on Forsaken Council, Battle Vortex, and they are just pussies that ride along with Kicksai. Unshackled is the only show that really have balls to say what they means, and I think that's amazing. So shout out to all the panel, all the people that watch the show, and I really, really hope that we get more subscribers and we can be a voice to be heard. Thank you.
Let's get Shadow that silver play button.
Okay, Venom, shout outs, last words, my brother.
Yeah, I want to shout out to all the people that participated on the panel tonight. New faces, old faces. It's always good to be here and to share some time with you. You're family to me. And to all the people out there in YouTube watching and that'll watch later, thanks for keeping us around and giving us a reason to be up here and make complete fools of ourselves. And we appreciate the fact that you give us the respect to put our views out there and help by giving us your view. Big shout out to Daba. I mean, I respect his opinions on a lot of things, and I trust him. He'll play this event and he'll give a good feedback, an honest feedback, not bias, because he's at least truthful. And to you, Dr. Phil, and to Shadow Killer for giving us a nice litmus test on what it really means to step away from the game and to prove to Kicksai exactly what bullshit they have with this. Well, you don't have to participate. You don't have to do this. You can only upgrade certain units. You only have to play, unlock this. And if you're not, in my opinion, if you're not constantly in game and staying on top of things, you're not going to be able to participate in the game at all. So it'll be interesting to see in the final outcome what you guys bring to the table and show Kicksai proof positive that
there's going to be swearing.
Yeah, I know. So that's it. Thank you.
Especially from Daba.
Hell, I might even do it live.
Daba's just going to throw out so many four-letter words. It's just going to be an insane system of beeps, and I think Shadow Killer is going to have to edit it so that it's going to be like muffin tins, chocolate cookies.
The day I log back into War Commander, Daba is going to hate me. Because do you know what he's going to do? He's going to open up so much fucking thorium, he won't know what to do.
Hold on. Hey, Doc.
Yes?
You realize I have nothing to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on War Commander?
That's
so
fine.
That would actually give...
That's fine. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday's fine for me.
That's what I'm saying. It would,
ladies, eligible young women out there in YouTube land. He has his card open on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. If you want a dance partner,
and Saturdays.
Yeah.
Totally legit. If you came back, I would sit there Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday and grind all the thorium you need. It would be no burden because I need something to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on War Commander because
again, ladies, Daba needs something to grind on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Help a brother out.
And playing with
Brother
yourself
out,
don't count.
You know, you need to get
All
the
the
gym
special-
double, tone up a little bit. You know.
all the special bases come out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I have like all the tech that I need, so I have no use to grind them.
Dob was talking about grinding something. Come on.
I tried to get a protege on the Yeah, there we go. Hey, if you're a level like 30 to 40 on Unshackled page watching this show, hit me up and.
Hey, I'm a level 40.
Come back to the game. Come back to the game.
Doc, do you swing that way?
I need a protege.
Fucking business.
For an unlimited amount of aircraft 80s, he swings whatever way he needs to.
Damn straight.
I need a protege to train up and whatnot because, like.
Hey, remember the 13th rule of acquisition: anything worth doing is worth doing for money.
Yes.
Oh God.
Who is next on the list?
Okay, Doc.
One on the list is Muffin, and then I'll wrap up. So Muffin, shout out last words, man.
Oi, fuck. I didn't get too much fuck today. Shout out to YouTube. Definite shout out to the panel. And to all my future enemies. Much love. Soon, when I actually can drag my ass into playing the game, then I'm gonna come fuck y'all, including my friends. I'm gonna come fuck you too. So we're gonna have a whole lot of fuckery going on here. There's your fuckery for the day. Enjoy, Dr. Phil. Much love.
Thank you very much. Well, tonight has been interesting, to say the least. We've gone for almost 2 hours on the dot. I'd like to thank everybody in the panel: David, Dobber, Deja, Debo, Godscope, Lady Warrior, Northman, Venom, Muffin, Shadow Killer for all popping in tonight. It's one of those things. When we cause a stink, and we did on Wednesday night, and we caused a fucking hell of a stink. I know I did as soon as I saw it. I immediately said, well, fuck this, I'm putting a show on, this is how we're going to do it, and went nuts for an hour and a half. Because that's exactly the kind of thing that I do when I see something I've seen repeatedly and I don't like. And yes, Joe, a big bag of dicks for everybody.
Damn.
Just because I saw it in the side chat there for a minute. And Govan wants to make a 10-second announcement. I will let you do that before I close the show. Basically, I want to thank everybody in the YouTube tonight. Thank you for sitting with us, all 52 of you who have stayed in all the way through to the end. And to that particular absolute, complete, and utter bastard who used to be on the Unshackled page. I can't mention his name for legal reasons, obviously, and doxing and all the usual shit that comes with it. But I will shadow the post that I made. Fuck you. Insult this channel, this community, everybody on this panel right now, every previous member of this panel, and every future member of this panel. Who the fuck do you think you are to do that to anybody? You are in no position to judge. Your opinion is irrelevant. You have about 3 brain cells, and now you have about 2. Because the door hit you in the back of the head on the way fucking out. I don't care where you go. I don't care where you go next. I know your ID. I know your in-game name. I will find out what sector you are. And when I set back into War Commander, your base is the first base that I am going to flat.
Hook me up, I'm on it.
Announcement.
Quick question before I do. Are we doing a event show tomorrow?
Yes, we will do an event show tomorrow.
And are you or me responsible for that?
I will take responsibility for hosting the show. The usual in-game battling is down to the rest of you folks.
Phil will show us how to do the faction waves.
So,
yeah, I'll show you how to do the faction waves. Here's my middle finger.
So I'm gonna try something new, probably Sunday or Monday, and I'm actually gonna do like this on my channel though, and I'm gonna do just like live stream me doing the event. So,
cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
You can see what I'm doing, all that craziness. And I will make, what is it? Tuesday or Wednesday, I will have a video out like I used to do about 6 months ago about my thoughts on the event. And it's not going to be anywhere near as good as Dr. Phil's forum posts, but I'm going to try and do an in-depth thing of the event like on video, because I work better on video than like writing. So yeah.
It's the only thing he works better on, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Especially ladies.
Let's not do this again. I'd like to close out the show without getting fucking R-rating on it.
It's no wonder Mothin has crabs.
I need a drink.
No, the syphilis and the herpes made the crabs.
All right, Peanut. Calm the fuck down. The final thoughts for this evening. If you're doing the event tomorrow, good luck. If you're not doing the event tomorrow, good luck. Go to the pub, have a beer, enjoy yourself, and enjoy life as real. And yes, Venom, you are a dead man. I'd just like to say that right now. The event show tomorrow, I have no idea when sectors are specifically starting. It's usually 5 p.m. For me, which
1 Eastern. It's is the scheduled time according to the post.
Between 12 p.m. Eastern and 2 p.m. Eastern, there will be a show roughly in that time slot. So that's about as much as I can fathom that for the time being. When I figure it out tomorrow morning, I'll let you know. And I'll post it up on the page and such. Thank everybody for coming out tonight. Thank everybody on the YouTube. All my guests on the panel. The Shadow. And I think that's just about it. And of course, one more thing. Thank you. And fuck
They've got
you.